Welcome to 86 Special, hosted by me, Hernan Stutzer. I have worked in the restaurant business for the last 30 years. I have gone from being a dishwasher in the dish pit until my fingers pruned. I have gone from being a busser, a waiter, and now I have become a restaurant owner. I have created this podcast to talk to people in the industry because I want to know their stories, their struggles, their wins, and everything in between. These are people that have been in the mud day in and day out, trying to do their best for their clients. These are stories that you won't find on the menu.
So it gives me an unlimited drive. I lead with my faith. I've been over there for literally years living in Ukraine.
You have to have one composed dish, one protein. Yeah, and it's got to be one dish. You can't add one protein and then serve a whole separate side. I mean, I had names in my freaking head. I had these names in my head in about 90 seconds.
The judges commented saying it was the best beef they had all day. So whenever one of the three judges tells you that, I know that I'm feeling really good.
Blue sky, sunshine, coffee and you. How does it feel like I already knew? You in a past life, it's 1:45. How did it happen? Clock can't be true.
86 Special.
Alright, so episode 4 of 86 Special out of Hondo, Texas. Mr. Max, Mr. Noah Sims, Matt Groark, and we came out to do the open fire meetup, unforgettable. Matt, tell us, you put this team together.
Yeah, man, I got to experience my first open fire meetup last year, which was their 4th year doing it. I know Al was pushing me the first few years to get out here, and just wasn't able to do it. And came last year as just a guest, hung out, zero responsibility over anything, just hung out and got to check everyone out and meet a lot of people that I've known for years through social media. And this is such a cool environment. This year, Al hit me up with Walter from Tagwood and asked me if I'd be interested in being the captain of Team Tagwood. And yeah, I questioned it at first because I saw a lot of the work and the cooking that they did last year. He told me I could put together a team, and I said, so I could just pick people. He was like, yeah, go ahead. And the only thing I had to compare because of Tagwood was that Argentinian team last year.
Yeah.
That won the whole thing. And there were about 97 of them on the team last year. And it was just an absolute party. And I'm so I had to clear up how many people I was allowed to recruit. And I think just through conversation with Walter, I came to 6 to 8, And yeah, I put my bat signal out and kind of like Avengers Assemble type style. And I personally feel and I will say it to anybody over the course of the next week or so, when I start getting questions about how it was, messages on social from people when I start posting content about it, how I went about, creating this group we have here. And
We're missing two of the chefs actually there.
Yeah, we're running a team. Chris is passed out listening to rain music.
Dave Lawson, I know.
Yeah,
For those that don't know, what is the Open Fire Meetup?
So the Open Fire Meetup is the largest gathering of social media creators, influencers, in the barbecue space, pit masters, cooks, chefs, brands that are in the barbecue space, all in one place in Hondo, Texas. And it is it's epic. And I'm more pumped that you guys got to experience it and see what what the whole thing's about, because it's unlike any event I've ever been to.
Yeah. Well, I remember when we had the first call. I remember Noah. I didn't know Noah or Max at the time. Noah making a big point of when we worked on the menu, just kind of like building our flavors, and just making a nice complex sort of like dish where everything, made sense. Did we achieve that, Chef, today?
I definitely think that we had a very well thought out, top-notch composed dish. I thought that it was extremely balanced. I thought that the acid was great, the sugar was great, the salt was great. One of the guests, excuse me, one of the judges commented saying it was the best beef they had all day. So whenever one of the three judges tells you that, I know that I'm feeling really good. At no point did I think that we were going to outshoot the aircraft carriers known as the USS Guatemala or the USS Mel Maple Syrup, because I knew that these people were the people that do this every single day. They eat, breathe, sleep open fire cooking. But I knew that we could compete with being smart about it, analytically sound about our dish, and I think we accomplished that.
Yeah. So Max, how did you feel cooking on the beast, on Tagwood beast?
And the second I got there this morning, Matt, I mean, honestly, it was your another, said, go tackle the beast, So I stood in front of the smoke, stood in front of the coals, kept tossing, rotating the beef around, making sure we got nice temp. The big thing with the beast is its availability to make everything so easy for you. Just the quick and easy turn of the crag to ensure that you got the right height on your meat or anything you're cooking for that matter. But it's honestly an outstanding piece of equipment, and I'm glad I was up front.
So Matt, when you decided to put these tip together, what was your thought process?
So I've always said, like, I think one of my superpowers, we could say, if we were to take characteristics we each have that we're really good at, or things that we really are strengths for us. A big strength for me, I think, has always been to surround myself with people that complement in areas that I might not be as strong. And with what I instantly thought of when talking to Al and Walter about Tagwood and composing a dish and hearing the rules, where it wasn't going to be like the last few years where some teams were, a lot of teams, there weren't as strict rules for what the judges were going to judge. And they really locked that in this year. Last year, teams were serving 5, 6, 8, 10 different types of protein, and where other teams were serving 2. So there was a very, very big gap in that. And some of the teams that were serving more proteins and giving judges more flavors and more food were the ones that were going to rise to the top. And I think that's what's happened in the past. This year, the first thing I was told is you have to have one composed dish, one protein. Yeah. And it's got to be one dish. You can't add one protein and then serve a whole separate side. And then it's got to be a composed dish. So the second I heard composed dish, I was like, all right, well, I mean, I had names in my freaking head. I had these names in my head in about 90 seconds, And what's really funny, Hernan, just personally between you and I, through our experience, 6 years ago in Georgia, St. Simon's Island, and getting to go to your restaurant, Kristen friggin' shouted out your name before I could even process. Okay, like she instantly was like, what about what's his name? And because 6 years ago.
Yeah, had been a while.
But you instantly popped in her head, and she couldn't remember your name.
Yeah.
But she remembered the experience we had.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah.
At your restaurant. and your graciousness and opening your
We
way.
met 6 years ago via Phil Rosenthal.
Yeah.
He basically connected us, and ever since then we've been in contact. But it's the first time we get to go together.
Yeah. And hang out, and
Yeah.
So she shot that out, and I was instantly like, boom, Hernan had called you and contacted you. I talked to Noah all the time. I talked to Max all the time. Instantly went right to those two.
Yeah.
And then through conversation, I went to Austin really quick, called him right away because after our connection with Next Level Chef and him winning the whole damn thing, and that especially seeing Austin after he won Next Level Chef and following him on social and being able to have conversations with him and see how much he did with Open Fire that I didn't know.
Yeah.
That he cooked that much on Open Fire. He does events and caters Open Fire dinners all the time.
And he killed it with the pineapples today, actually. Great job at that, too. Yeah. Well, getting to work with these guys, I didn't know them. And, I knew a little bit about Chef Noah because I admire what he's done in Ukraine and all the work you've done. So would you like to tell us a little bit of what you've done in Ukraine?
I have been able to have the honor of helping all of the Ukrainian people by feeding them the bold, beautiful flavors. As everyone knows, the Russians invading Ukraine and all the innocents that have suffered. I tell people all the time that there's no greater blessing that you can give somebody than a big bowl of hope. And whenever you're there, the gift of presence is an incredible gift for everybody. And I tell that it's one of the greatest gifts you can give people is the gift of presence. So whenever you're able to be in a terrible situation where there's nobody else doing that, you're able to provide hope via food. There's no finer gift that God can give you than to bless those people with that presence and that hope. So it gives me an unlimited drive. I lead with my faith. I've been over there for literally years living in Ukraine. It's one of the greatest countries on the planet. Some of the best people I've ever met. And I will continue helping them because I believe in those people. I believe that they will win this war. And then whenever that is over, the culinary explosion of the world will really happen for them. I think that there'll be a lot of revelations and people understanding how good the food is in Ukraine, because the food is just exceptional in Ukraine. There's so much talent. Like the chef talent in Ukraine is so untapped. Like, and it's cheap. Like they work for 140 hryvnia a day or an hour, so you're looking like $3 to $4 an hour for kitchen staff. So you have world-class talent for $3 an hour. So it's an incredible country, though.
What was the reaction when they tried your food?
My favorite thing to do, I believe that I make some of the finest borscht on the planet because I've really made tens of thousands of liters of it. And what I would do is I would take a plastic trash bag and hang it up on my food trucks because we had 4 food trucks. And I would literally at the end of the day look at the bottom of the trash can and see what liquid would be on that. And as God is my witness, we're talking like driplets, like 90 mils maybe at the bottom of a giant trash bag because people would be licking the bowls clean. So that's why I made borscht all the time, because it didn't matter. It was a vegan borscht too until I put the smetana, which is sour cream. It was 100% vegan, so every person could have it. Everybody had it. And when you cook borscht for the Ukrainians and they see that there's an American guy in the middle of a shit show slinging this food that tastes exceptional because I've become a student of borscht, dude, it hits notes where you just see people breaking down and starting to cry for like 15 minutes. And then you're like giving them a hug and all that. And I believe that God gives us the abilities to cook and to uplift people. And I believe he takes that away from you if you don't share it. If you use that to better yourself and are greedy, I believe that you are paying a huge price. And I've seen how my career has really taken off. The more I give, the more stories that I have of adventures, and that's what it's all about for me. I don't worry about what is this for me? What is this going to do for me? And when I'm over in Ukraine, is all everything I can do to just help these people. There's not a wall and we're there. It's like, okay, today we're going to do this. Well, that's going to be beneficial for those people. In America and a lot of other places, a lot of red tape. There's a lot of things that don't allow you. Like you can't donate food to a food bank because people are going to sue you. And all like in Ukraine, they're like, oh, you have half rotten potatoes? Yeah, we'll clean those up. We'll process. We'll use the half that literally it's like the gratitude that these people show. Yeah. You want to keep helping people that are full of gratitude. If people have no gratitude, I am never going to give you my time. There's just that I will be respected. Like I will not be disrespected. I don't care who you think you are. I will not ever be disrespected. And over in Ukraine, the fluidity of that is exceptional. Really top notch.
Yeah. Well, it was a pleasure cooking alongside you today.
Dude, you're an absolute boss war daddy. You're like Assassin Creed level of fluidity, dude. You're an operator. Like you're so soft spoken, and people I've learned that are like you that are soft spoken with so much skill. I really learned so much from them just by watching. Like I was watching like a hawk on you tending the stuff. And you remind me like my dad. My dad doesn't tell me I've never heard my dad brag ever one time of I'm good at something or anything. He just does the damn thing. And that's you. You just do the damn thing. And there's nowhere to hide without open fire. Like you'll be shown as a fraud real quick and in a fucking hurry if you don't know what you're doing. And your fluidity of work and your detail and like watching the team. The big thing that like you did not get to see with the judging was like the proficiency. Our proficiency was there was nothing close, not even that of how smooth the complete dish was coming out, how fast we were getting people cycle through the line. Max,
that's what you said. You said that with when we got once we got over 1,000 served, you started on the mic talking about like you look over at some of the other tents and there were lines and lines and lines. Well, why are there lines?
Yeah, because they can't.
Is it because there's dozens and dozens of people in line, or are dozens and dozens of people in line because the food is not coming?
You had teams of 15 to 20 people that had a line of 40 people. We have a team of processing 4 or 5. And the biggest our line was 15.
I mean, we had
and that was the surge where it literally was just the whole thing was full of people that time.
We had Max and Dave, Chris. We had Dave slicing meat, and then he handed let's start from the beginning. We had Hernan and I and Max doing our best to shift the meat and control the meat in the beginning, and then we had Dave slicing the meat. And then Dave handed it off to the table of putting the dish together, building it. Mm-hmm. And I know Max jumped in there for a while, but it was between Max and Chris and Max, Chris, Austin, and Chef Guillermo. Who I'm talking to this chat about for a second too. They were because we're brand new now.
We're professional.
What is a bringing blessing to have him show up?
Guillermo from Osobuco restaurant in Miami. He's a Michelin restaurant. I mean, it was an honor to work with that guy.
Absolutely.
I mean, look, I had a conversation with someone who has a restaurant that is Michelin recommended.
Yeah.
And doesn't want to go through the process of getting a Michelin star. He has no interest in getting a Michelin star. Because he doesn't want to lose what it's all about.
Yeah.
By pandering to the rules of Michelin.
Yeah.
Once you get that star.
But he's as humble as they come. I mean,
extremely humble. An operator though, so smooth with his actions.
Yeah. So now, Max, you won some pretty big award.
Yeah. So recently, 2 weeks ago, I was sous chef for Chef Chris Williams, who all of us know. We all work with each other.
Rock star.
Several events out of Pacific Northwest. Yeah, he owns Roy's Grill down in South Carolina, excuse me, outside of Columbia. And he's actually just got a contract, and he's going to be feeding the Samsung headquarters down there over 300 to 400 people a day. On top of running the restaurant as well. So, I mean, he along with all you guys, he's one of my role models as well, and it's always been great working with him. But we did get second place in the sandwich category, the World Food Championships. The first round, we did a Carolina Korean cheesesteak with a spicy gochujang, garlic mayonnaise, homemade pimento cheese, and crispy fried onions. And for the final round, we did a lobster pesto pimento, grilled cheese on a purple forbidden rice sourdough with a roasted tomato curry bathing soup.
Amazing.
Yeah, the first round was an hour and a half, and the second round was only an hour. We did have help from John Rayleigh. He works with our barbecue festival with us. He's out of Louisville, but we all come together and just make it happen, man. Yeah. And it's just like with these guys, we want to show up. We all have our own different strengths. We all support each other, and we just come together and just make things happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, today we're going to have it's a very short episode, but because we're all exhausted, we'll be cooking since 5:30 in the morning.
My eyes open.
But I will tell you, once again, it was a pleasure having, cooking with you. I will tell you this, beginning of next year, I've been asked to be, they call it Champion for Kids, where we raise money for kids that are like in distress. And it will be an honor to have you all in the Golden Isles and come raise some money.
Say less.
Consider it done.
Done.
Yeah.
Already done.
So, well, I just want to thank you again, Matt. Thank you for getting me in this team. It was a dream being part of it, man.
And hang on with guys.
So, thank you so much, and we'll all leave tomorrow back home.
That's it.
Absolutely. What a journey. What a trip.
What did you hear out on the street? Why do you care? It's rinse and repeat. Picture can change after feeling some heat. Bubbles and edges raised up on me. Call it a day, call it a night. As long as you call me on time, what would mine be? 86 special back up in lights.